Hey guys, it's Angel Brantley here with On Purpose with Angel Brantley, and I am trying out a new something. I'm not even sure if I like this, but I'm gonna do it because this is what's working right now. As you can probably hear, I'm a little congested, I'm under the weather, but I'm still trying to do what I know God has called me to do in this season, even when I'm not 100, because I feel like, hey, why not? Everything's not gonna be perfect in life this year, this season, but I still need to do what I'm called to do. And so, what better way to push through and just do a video? I was just laying down on the sofa anyway, so it's like, why not be productive? This is my hope that you'll just kind of think about that in your life as well. Things may not be going perfect. Things may not always go as you planned, but if you just push through, I believe you may even find yourself with more energy, or just realizing that you have more perseverance and you're stronger than you think if you just try just a little bit. And this is hard for me, y'all. Like, I'm tired. I want to lay down. I want to relax. But I also know that this year, my overall goal is that I want to be obedient and I want to do what I believe that God has called me to do. And so this is what I'm doing. With that rant being over, I want to say thank you. Thank you for watching my videos. I don't take for granted that you do. This is your precious time. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys. I really, really do appreciate it. Today, I just wanted to hop on to share with you something that I've been doing for about 4 or 5 years. And I think that if you listen and just kind of seek God around this, maybe it's something that'll help you as well. So you'll see I have my little notebook here. I carry these around in my purse all the time. And I prefer, I don't know if that's clear. Feels like the lighting is a little off. But I prefer the dot sheets instead of lines, because I'm also a little doodler. I like to sketch. And so this gives me enough structure to write in a straight line, but also gives me the freedom to kind of like sketch and be creative. And so I am really into the dotted line notebooks right now. But that's not what this is really about. I wanted to share something, like I said, that God kind of gave me about 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, around creating goals. And so I know that we're 4 days into the new year, and maybe you already have your goals and maybe not. There's no judgment either way. But I wanted to kind of interrupt that and kind of help you think about this, or could help you maybe consider framing some of your goals in a different way. So I don't know if this is the case for you. For me, I've created goals many of years, created vision boards, and said, like, I want to do this, I want to do that, and it's going to go like this, and it's going to go like that. And sometimes those things are successful, and sometimes at the end of the year, I'm like, I didn't do anything that I wanted to do. And so the four or 5 years ago, I really was seeking God of a new way, or a better way to accomplish the things that I was setting out to do, or even accomplish what I felt like He was leading me to do. And in that seeking, I believe that God gave me, I guess, I don't want to call it an idea, or it's just a way for me to kind of anchor my goals. And so instead of creating my goals first, God told me, He gave me a word. I don't remember what that first word was. I feel like if I thought about it long enough, I would. But God gave me a word, and from that word, I then created goals around the word that He gave me that particular year. So in December of last year, I was waiting for my word, and then probably 3 weeks before the year was out, God gave me the word through a message that my pastor was teaching, the word invest. I have my notebook here because I wanted to show you, not that you need the proof, but I like to share proof. I wrote down the word invest in the middle of my notebook here. Please excuse my iPad that's in the background, and I can't do anything about that. But so I wrote down the word invest, And from there, I kind of branched off and started writing different things that I wanted to invest in. From this, guys, I am creating goals and plans for the year. It's not complete yet. I'm still seeking God on, very specific plans or goals. And to be quite honest, I'm kind of even breaking down my year into like quarters versus planning out the whole year. Like, what do I want, or what do I feel like God is calling me to in the first quarter of the year? And so I will take the word invest and anchor all my goals around that word. Let me see if I can break down an example for you. I know for one thing, like personally, I would like to incorporate more self-care. So if I look at my anchor word, which is invest, what do I need to invest in to help me accomplish the personal goal of incorporating more self-care? Because we are a homeschool family, that may mean that I have to invest in like a sitter on certain days. That's going to require me to be more intentional with my budget, but I may have to get a sitter so that I can go and have self-care days, or at least a self-care day. Or it may just mean I have to create a tight schedule and work with my husband with his schedule. That's time invested for us to just really work out our schedules and see where there's open space for me to incorporate self-care. So I hope that makes sense. I use my anchor word invest to help me figure out how I can reach my other goals. Before I started using this anchor goal or this anchor word, and even at times it is a phrase, but before I started using the anchor word, I would struggle with being focused on the goals, because it would just be like, oh, my personal goal is to incorporate self-care. So I would find myself still doing all these other things, but still just saying like, oh, it was almost like I thought like self-care was just gonna like fall in my lap. The anchor word kind of forced me to be more intentional with creating a plan and thinking about potential things that would hinder me from accomplishing that goal. And so not only did I have the goal, but now I had a plan to help me reach that goal. People, you may be doing this in different ways, but for me, this way helped. God giving me a word as an anchor, or a phrase as an anchor, because I believe 3 years ago it was more like a phrase. But this year as a word, he gave me invest. And that word is my anchor for all the other things that I am doing this year. And I'll just reiterate, for me, it's not even like this year. It's more about like for the first 3 to 4 months of the year, like what am I going to focus on? Because I may notice that the things I'm working on, I may accomplish one of those things really quick, and now I can add something else or rearrange something, because I'm realizing that what I thought was priority isn't as serious. So I need to pull something that I thought was for the dollar line, maybe that needs to come up. This has worked for me, and I'm sharing it with you because maybe it will work for you as well. Invest may not be your word, maybe it is. You're welcome to use it if you would like. But how about seeking God around an anchor word, or at least a phrase, to kind of help you with your goals this year? It has really, really helped me, guys. And I believe that it will help you as well. And maybe it's not something you want to use this year. Tuck this in. We'll act like that's a pocket. Tuck it in for maybe later. Or you may realize, okay, I have my plans already, I'm gonna go with it. But you may notice it's not working. Consider this. Ask God, seek Him, pray, or even use the word invest, and play around with the idea of creating an anchor for all your goals to help you be intentional and to help you create a plan around accomplishing the things that you want to do. I'm no fool. I believe that people can find ways to reach goals in many different ways. I'm just sharing that this is the thing that has been working for me for the last few years. And my hope is that me sharing this, you will be motivated to either use this way or find another way. I will just show you my notebook again, although I know it's not very clear. That is my word, invest. And I have different areas that I believe God has called me to invest in this year. I also want to kind of add that happened and gave me the word invest like the first or second week of December, and about almost 3 weeks ago, he gave me a word that that the people of God were entering into a season of the re. And I kind of shared that on my social media, and I even put it as a small video on my YouTube channel as well. And I'm gonna do a longer video, probably right after this one, if I'm honest, to kind of explain it a little more. But when I got that word from God, he said, this is the season of the re. I took the re and I put it in front of the word invest, my anchor word. Because a lot of things that God is calling me to invest in, I've already invested in before. An example, relationships. I've already invested in relationships. I'm currently invested in relationships. But he said reinvest. Reinvest. So I am looking for opportunities to reinvest in relationships that I even have, or relationships that have passed, or relationships that are stagnant. Like, what are things that I can reinvest in and trust God with the outcome of it? And so I added re in front of it, and maybe that's something that if you find your anchor word, maybe the re will be in front of yours as well. I'm not telling you that's what it will be. I'm just simply sharing my journey in hopes that it will encourage you to at least seek God for what he wants to do in you and through you in this season, in this year. And I am praying that you really grow leaps and bounds this year in ways that you never could express or even plan out. Things that you never could even think of. I am really believing God that he's going to blow your mind and that you're going to grow like never before. Like, watch out for it, guys. It's going to happen. Please let me know if you decide to incorporate this process that I use. If not, that's okay as well. I just still appreciate you listening, and maybe you can share with a friend, and maybe this is something that they would like to do. If this is something that you're considering, or that or you not only will consider but you will actually implement, I would love to hear from you. I like to hear how the things that I'm sharing is helping you. Didn't even notice that. I like to see or hear from you about the things that you are incorporating from these videos. This is like the life coach in me that wants to come and help you be a better version of yourself, to help you seek purpose in everyday life, in the mundane, and even purpose around the goals that you're working on. I love you guys. Thanks for listening. Have an amazing day. Bye. Maybe invest in dancing a little more. That's what I'm gonna do. All right. Bye. Love you guys. Bye.